CCSP question 4. Which of the following is characterized by a set maximum capacity? So you can see a set maximum capacity characteristic is something that we need to look inside all the answers. Answer A says a secret sharing made short SSMS bit splitting implementation. So bit splitting implementation is normally seen in storage implementations where you know there would be multiple candidates to when it has storage has been spanned over multiple nodes, and if anything happens to one of the node, then data can be reconstructed using minimum number of candidates. So it can be that can be defined at the time when we construct our cluster. And bit splitting implementation can be given to many nodes, but to reconstruct the data, it is actually expecting you to have minimum nodes uh, with that information to reconstruct the secret and then uh, rebuild the data that has spanned over multiple nodes. So you cannot have multiple. With this implementation, set maximum capacity doesn't look appropriate because to retrieve you are using just a set of users or candidates to retrieve the data. Whereas if you go ahead with tightly coupled cloud storage cluster, it can have similar nodes. The storage nodes would be identical in nature, and there can be any number of nodes, and the storage can be up to that extent where the node goes. So because they are identical in nature, so there is a high capacity possible, and the scale out, you can scale out up to any number, and so the storage will also grow along with that, and performance stays the same. Whereas if you go with loosely coupled cloud storage cluster, there would be dissimilar storage nodes, and they would not be identical in nature. Some of the nodes would be not in same with the same resources as we see for tightly coupled cloud storage cluster, and that can cause performance issues because of their storage type. It can be inferior or it can be superior, but it is not actually aligned with the identical nature of all other nodes. So it can cause problems in the cluster. And in turn can be an issue when you are scaling it out, and capacity issues might come. So loosely coupled cloud storage cluster is out of this option. Like we would not go for as an answer with answer C. And then last is option D, public key infrastructure. As we know, normally certificates and keys are used in PKI, and most of the time it is public key and private key. So those keys, actually, you cannot go with maximum capacity or maximum number of keys in this case, because you are normally using a public key and private key to encrypt your data and then decrypt the data. So this is not an option in our case. So most appropriate answer in this question is B, a tightly coupled cloud storage cluster. Thank you for watching. See you guys.